What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is 21 things in the US that puzzle most foreigners. Now I have done this reaction before and I was absolutely mind blown. So we're going to be doing it today with Millie, my girlfriend. If you've been around the channel, you will have seen her in the comments and stuff out of the live streams, but she hasn't seen many of my videos at least. And you don't really know much about the US, do you?
No.
Like we have been to New York together, but that's about it. So you're pretty much starting off on a fresh basis of what I was back then. So we're going to get straight into it. 21 things in the US that puzzle most foreigners, and I think you're going to be in for a little bit of a shock.
I'm excited.
Yeah, let's get straight into it. Smash that like button, by the way, guys, if you want to see more content like this. And if you want to see us react as well, let us know in the comments what other videos you want us to react to together. Whether I've done it before, because I've done quite a lot. And I feel like there's a lot, definitely, we could delve into if you're keen for it and if you enjoy it. So, yeah, let's get straight into it, guys.
Well, you may have lived in the United States your whole life without realizing that something totally normal for you seems bizarre to people from other parts of the world. Who knew that munching on fried pickles in a highly air-conditioned room was so outlandish? Well, here are some other highly entertaining Americanisms I've gathered. Let's count it down from number 21. Sales tax is a guessing game. When you go shopping in the U.S. and see a price tag that says $14.88, don't expect to pay $14.88 at the register. Sales tax is not included in the price of an item.
So that's kind of like VAT in the UK?
Similar. So obviously we have a 17.5% literally on everything, but that is already included. So if like say we'll buy this bottle of water and it was £1.50, that's already including VAT. Right. In the US, again, it is a weird thing and it varies by state, which I think it's going to get into. But do you remember when we was in New York, you'd go and buy something, it'd say £2, a shot glass or something like that, and then it would be £2.50 or something like that. And it's just something they add on the end, which again, it blows me that they do that, because I'd wanna sometimes
just pay the price that it says.
Exactly, if you think they'd add it, but a lot of Americans like you guys, again, let us know in the comments. They kind of like the whole idea of knowing how much tax they're gonna pay.
Yeah.
So they can add it up at the end and say, oh, okay, well I paid £2 for the actual product, and it cost me 20p in tax. So they can kind of see what the government's charging. Right. But I don't know. Personally, I just prefer to be charged however much it is. Yeah, no, definitely.
And since this tax can vary from state to state, figuring out your total can turn into the ultimate mental math challenge.
Yeah, it'd confuse me.
In many European countries, the sales tax is already included in the price. It's known as a value-added tax, or VAT. Number 20, we're total workaholics. A lot of Americans don't feel the need to take long vacations, so they often let vacation and sick hours pile up without ever using them.
That could never be
Plus,
me.
most employers only give you 2 weeks out of the year. But in a lot of other countries, like Brazil or Finland, workers are encouraged to take an average of 30 days of vacay.
That's nice.
Wow, maybe I should take some time off. Or perhaps I'll just keep waiting. 19. It's not a party without red Solo cups. In the States, this red plastic cup is synonymous with party on, dude.
You think?
Beer pong.
Other countries apparently don't recognize.
Yeah, you literally just said beer pong there. Yeah. That is the only reason we probably get them,
That's
isn't it?
The only reason we see them.
You think we're having a parties with like, alright, beer pong, and you think the red American cups,
That's
definitely.
This cup to mean the same thing. People in the UK, for example, don't use red Solo cups at get-togethers. They have to go to a special website to purchase the cups for American-themed parties.
We can get them over here now, can't we? We can definitely get them over here. Amazon is the main one, but for example,
shops do sell them.
Yeah, we will just use little plastic cups.
It doesn't have to be red. It's just
except on beer pong.
Yeah.
Beer pong has to be red.
If you buy the beer pong as a game, it usually comes
as red.
cups.
Yeah, no, definitely.
No. Number 18. Deep-fried everything. Whether it's fried pickles or even fried Oreos, America has it all. Fried fish recipes first appeared in Spanish and Portuguese cookbooks as far back as the 1200s, and the Greeks were frying food in olive oil way back in the 5th century BCE. But as America does with many things, they've adopted a tradition from far-off lands and took it up a notch, or 5. 17. Get everything you need right at the pharmacy. If you're not from the U.S., it may be puzzling to walk into a pharmacy and see aisles and aisles of over-the-counter meds, toys, makeup, clothes, and even groceries.
Pretty much a shop.
Unlike in other countries where pharmacies sell medicine and medical supplies exclusively, The ones in the US are like small convenience stores where you can grab magazines, Tylenol, and a frozen pizza
You'd
in
have a
one
field day.
fell
We'd
swoop.
have so much fun.
16. Fill her up. In America, if a restaurant doesn't offer free refills on fountain drinks, it's kind of strange. But in other countries, once you buy one beverage, that's it.
Yeah, this was something which actually really annoyed me because we didn't take any advantage of this in New York.
No, we didn't.
I didn't know about it until
I
now.
didn't know that they did do that.
Yeah, so like McDonald's, which
They
we
do
could
free
have.
refills.
Yeah, apparently.
But then we didn't eat in. We took it back to the hotel, didn't we? So we couldn't.
We did sometimes, but like we could have.
They never told us.
No, exactly. I was absolutely fuming.
France banned refills on sugary sodas back in 2017 in order to combat the current obesity epidemic. But in the US, the idea of free refills is still alive and well.
Yeah, bring it to the UK.
15. If you don't like it, return it. Whether it's an ugly sweater from grandma or a heinous pair of earrings from an ex, if you don't like it, you can just return it. In America, making returns at stores is pretty normal and super easy. I mean, the US even has a National Returns Day in January, conveniently held for you to return holiday gifts you weren't too thrilled about.
Well, that's brutal.
14.
It's absolutely
Tips
brutal.
for everyone. Cab drivers, servers, hairdressers, you gotta tip them. Tips are acceptable for almost any service in the US and sometimes consist of 25% of the bill.
I think this is something that we noticed when we went, didn't we?
Oh, definitely.
This is something that kind of like.
Yeah, it was kind of one of them where we had we knew how much we wanted to spend, but every time we knew, it was
we knew
kind
there's
of
gonna be
like
more like.
got to think about 10-15%. And obviously we did it when we was in the US,
Yeah.
didn't we? Because we want to be as respectful as possible. But it's not in the UK, is it?
No, we don't really tip anyone, do we?
We
Maybe like
tip in
the
restaurants,
takeaway
and it's like a
people.
£5 or something like that. But in terms of
It's not like part of our bill.
yeah, if you haven't enjoyed it, you don't tip, and it's not a guaranteed 15-20%.
It's how
not,
much you want.
exactly.
to give.
Normally just 10%, about a £5 or a £10 or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not mandatory. You have the option,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah.
We haven't started tipping surgeons yet, but there are
Imagine.
places in other parts of the world, such as Japan, that consider tipping incredibly rude, like in restaurants.
You'd be good
When
if
you
you were a
travel to
worker, wouldn't
different
you?
countries, it's important to learn their tipping etiquette so that you don't offend anyone. 13. I'll take my coffee to go. With a Starbucks on every corner, it's very normal to see people toting around a coffee as they shop, commute to work, and whatever else at all times of the day. But in many parts of the world, coffee is meant to be sipped on while seated and enjoying the paper or chatting with friends. Tugging your coffee along with you throughout the day might be due to the fact that the cups are huge and take longer to drink. Who's got that kind of time to be sitting in a cafe for hours? Sounds like fun to me.
We used
Number
to go
12.
now, don't we?
The
It's
land
definitely come
of
over
ice
more
cold
now.
drinks. Now, speaking of drinks, if it's not a hot coffee or cocoa, then it's probably got ice in it. Tea, coffee, lemonade, soda, water. Americans like it on the rocks. If you go elsewhere in the world, odds are you'll be sipping your soda at room temperature, or maybe slightly refrigerated if you don't specifically ask for ice.
Yeah, so like obviously we have our Coke and stuff like that
Yeah.
normally, but I get so many comments like when I'm doing live stream and stuff like that, just like, why is it not chilled and
I
stuff
do
like that.
prefer it with ice.
Oh, it's definitely
100%.
nicer. It's just more hassle, isn't
Yeah.
it?
But at home we don't.
At home,
we
yeah.
don't go, and
It's
we do have an
definitely
ice
more
machine,
hassle.
but it's a lot of effort.
Yeah, definitely. But I suppose when we're out, it is
I'll
mainly
always
iced,
ask for
isn't it?
ice. If
No,
we're out.
definitely.
Number 11. Keeping the AC on at all times. Americans
have
must have
AC.
an aversion to being hot. In many parts of Europe, people simply don't use air conditioning as much as they do in the States. Here, it's expected to always have the AC blaring, and a lot of visitors find it pretty strange and quite chilly. But come on, it makes sense. If you're cold, you can layer up. If you're hot, all you can do is suffer and complain about it.
So is that like across the whole of the US?
Yeah, pretty much.
So even in the cold, like, 'cause I can imagine like in California, like it's hot,
Yeah.
but like Alaska, that's quite cold. Why would you put it on to be more cold?
Yeah, but you can have it heated as well, I believe. I'm pretty sure you
Oh,
can
so
have
it's like
heated as
a-
well. Yeah, it has both. But obviously we don't have it. We just take layers off, don't we, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a... From doing these reactions, I've realised how up and down the temperatures are. Think about how freezing Alaska is at times as well. And some have ridiculously hot temperatures and cold.
Yeah,
so it makes a lot more sense in the US to moderate it. But over here, like, we've never had aircon, have we?
No.
And my office does have it now, but it never used to. And it's kind of like, there's not really a need for it, because although we complain about our weather, it's nothing compared. It's nothing compared.
Number 10. Looking at dollars is a snooze-fest. I remember going to Europe for the first time and thinking their banknotes look like Monopoly money. And I guess a lot of countries have bills of different colors and sizes depending on the value, like Swedish krona and Russian rubles. But not in the US. It's all greenbacks, baby.
Yep.
I
Sure,
like them.
10s look a little yellowy, 50s are kind of pinkish, and Benjamins seem bluer than the others. But still, US dollars definitely aren't as fun and rainbowy as other currencies. Number 9. Giving a thumbs up. In America, even little kids know a thumbs up means good job, way to
definitely.
go, or anything positive like that. But if you travel to Greece or the Middle East and give this common American gesture, you probably won't make too many friends. Hey, how about giving this video a thumbs up for the useful tip?
Do that here as well.
Number 8. The date writing conundrum. So many visitors to the U.S. get really confused by the month, day, year
This
thing.
confuses me.
Because most parts of the world write the day, then the month, then finally the year. There's no clear historical reason.
So my issue with it is obviously we go day, month, year, like you just said. They go month, day, year. The issue I potentially have is what confuses me. I don't really mind which way we do it, but when you've got the day of a month is like the 5th or something, and you're in the 5th of a month,
I know.
it's kind of like, as us, we see a date, it's like we're confused now.
Yeah.
Because it potentially could be either one.
Yeah.
Whereas, I guess the argument I've been told is for filing, they do it as in, so it's ordered by months.
So it's easier to do month first.
Yeah, so it's easier to do month first, so you know which month of year that was done in.
Yeah.
But then again, in my office, we just do the day backwards. We do the year, the month, and then the day for that filing system. So yeah, what do you reckon about that?
I just prefer the day.
What we do.
I just prefer it. It's just
normal to us, isn't it?
If I did it the other way, I'd probably prefer that way. But
just whatever you grow up with.
Yeah.
Why the U.S. insists on writing the day differently, but we just do. Number 7. Pre-baby baby showers. Many cultures celebrate a new baby coming into the world, but America is one of the few places that does this before the baby actually gets here. In East Asian countries, for instance, celebrations for a new baby are held once the baby is born.
I mean, that makes sense.
Otherwise is seen as bad luck. Number 6. Where how are you means hello. Sure, people ask each other how they're doing in other countries, but Americans often use this phrase as a replacement for hey or hello.
I do that sometimes. I just say, how are you? Like
definitely. Like I say, all right, and stuff like that. It's one of them. I feel like this video is mainly focused. Again, it is most foreigners, so other places in the world potentially don't do it. In America does it, but we definitely do that. I say all right all the time, meaning hello, not actually are you all right. So no, definitely.
It doesn't even require a real response. People just answer with fine thanks, even if they're in a horrible mood or had a terrible day.
Pretty much.
Number 5. Bathroom stalls that aren't so private. Don't like doing your business in front of complete strangers? Americans don't either, of course, but the fact that bathroom stall doors often reveal as much as your entire lower leg seems to say otherwise.
Again, I don't want to pause. We pause loads. Let me know if you guys don't mind the pausing in the comments. But what I have been told, again, I don't know how accurate this is, please clear this up, is that it's for druggies. So potentially druggies have gone in, needled up or whatever, and then slept in the bathroom. And you can actually see underneath. Not get out. So people can actually see, like the police and stuff, I can see underneath to see if there is druggies and stuff like in there. I don't know. Please clear that up in the comments, but they are high, aren't they?
They're really high.
Yeah.
There's no clear
mental
reason as to why there's this big gap in public bathroom stalls here. But many guess it's for safety reasons or ventilation.
Ventilation,
Just saying.
Kinda.
Number 4. No one uses their inside voice. A lot of my friends who are visiting or moved to the U.S. tell me that locals speak so loud compared to other countries. Whether it's talking on your cell phone or chatting with a friend over lunch, Americans seem to really like projecting their voice.
They are loud.
They
aren't
do. They are loud.
Nothing
Maybe
wrong
we
with
just
that,
want
though.
to make sure we're heard. Number 3. It's all about choices. Walk into any grocery store aisle and you'll notice at least 10 different options for cookies, crackers, or cereal. People in the UK don't have these many options for food, and you'll almost never find anything in grape flavor there.
No.
I tell you what, I love grape
I love
flavour as
grape
well.
flavour.
It is so nice. And that is something I wish
Yeah.
we did more.
They do have a lot more flavours, don't they, and variety.
Oh,
of...
definitely. Like for cereal, for example, because it's on the screen, we kind of normally have like a Kellogg's and then
Just like
a store-owned brand, and that is about it.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know how much options you guys get for cereal, but it's only a couple brands,
Yeah.
really, isn't it?
We had a great time, didn't we, in the sweet shop?
Oh yeah, we way too much money spent on all the choice you guys have. But yeah,
Just different flavours of everything.
definitely grape is something we need to start in the UK. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so nice.
Number 2. Hopping into the back seat of a cab. When getting into a cab, it's customary in the States to scoot on into the back seat. But in countries like New Zealand and Australia, riding anywhere but shotgun can be a little
Yeah, I
rude.
ride shotgun, don't I? And have a
Number
chat with
1,
a taxi driver.
that classic American smile. In the U.S., people aren't afraid to be nice and show
Love
their
that.
pearly whites all the time. And according to a 2015 study at Brown University, because America has always been a very diverse country, it forced people to smile at each other more since they couldn't always communicate with language. That's just one more historical theory as to why Americans tend to smile more than people in other places do. Or maybe we're just, friendlier.
I love
They
that.
were
Whether you're
friendly,
from the
yeah.
U.S.
Oh,
or
definitely.
not, can you add any more strange Americanisms to the list? Let me know down in the comments. If you learn
What did you reckon to that then?
That was really good. I thought that I kind of knew most of them.
Yeah,
But
from
some of
when
them,
we went there,
Like, yeah, and just from...
general
what we
knowledge
do,
of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are the same, I'd say, what we do.
Very similar. Like we kind of do it on a lot smaller scale
Yeah,
on a
yeah,
lot of them, don't we?
definitely,
And then there is a few outlandish ones like the toilet
Yeah.
and stuff like
That's,
that.
yeah.
And then they're frying literally
Yeah.
everything. It's a little bit weird. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction. Let us know if you want us to react to any more, because there's a lot of videos which focus on the US, which I think would be pretty cool for you to react to,
Yeah.
just on how the sheer size of it, pretty much. Because I definitely know you don't really know about that
No.
side of it. So if you guys want to see that, let us know in the comments. If you want to see us do any more videos at all, let us know in the comments. Have a fantastic day, guys, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bye.